food, so somebody has to go early. They don't feel like they're missing anything. So it will be very informal. Also, we live across the street. We were in Ocean City for 39.5 years. And there already something else is built. In just short time, it's almost frame is up. And this is how life is. Life is change. And that is constant. Something that is you can rely on is change. Another thing, very certain, is death. So death and change are inevitable. If you go to astrologer or anyone, they can tell you about your future, but you don't ask them whether I will die or not. How long I would live, yeah, they can tell you, but they can not. So these things are certain. So life has to flow. The purpose is dynamic living. What is dynamic living? And if you are relatively new, I wrote this series later on, dynamic series, dynamic balanced living, meditation, and transformation. Originally, I wrote 3 textbooks, which are here. I have a new flyer and cards. Some of you don't have it, so you can have it. You can see. And then these are on the philosophy, ancient philosophies, and these are more current, more contemporary explanation. And also, since after last book, which is transformation, I stopped writing, people don't read, so I'm putting videos. So we have 489 videos. And whenever I'm teaching, Nick, records them because I'm teaching spontaneously. What I'm teaching is the same all along at the same time. It's a new light. Today, no plan. I'm choosing the topic dynamic living and touch different aspect. Okay. So life is spontaneous. It is not by what you have known in the mind. So I want to define what is dynamic. Okay. Anyone wants to share? I want to make it more like interactive session. What is dynamic for you? Yes.
For me, dynamic, which I learned from you, is moving, and it's very pliable, and it moves, and it's like an atom. It's changing and moving and dancing around.
Good.
Whereas strict, I was always in a strict way where it was a straight line.
Yes.
Now
so this is a good understanding. Anyone else has any?
I think of it as versatility.
Hmm?
I think of it as versatility. That whatever
Flexibility.
you're faced with or whatever happens,
Right.
you can respond
Yes.
appropriately and handle it.
Yes, that is good. Anyone else wants to throw in? What dynamic? Changing, yes. Okay. So please, to summarize this I will put dynamic means moving, it's not stagnant. Stagnant means you are stuck. Okay. So dynamic is motion, enthusiasm. Also, dynamic means be creative. Okay, be creative. Dynamic means flowing into life. So dynamic gives you joy. Dynamic yoga, dynamic anything you do, you find joy. People say, I have to wake up early, I have to meditate, I have to do yoga. It is not dynamic. Dynamic, you are looking forward to. You find joy in it. And your practice itself inspires you. You don't need somebody to push you, Here, come on, time to go to yoga class. Nobody pushes you. It's just self-propelled. Okay. But I want to explain from other standpoint. Dynamic means, how can you be dynamic? To be dynamic, you have to let go of the past. We are controlled by the past. And I have all this explained in all the books, starting from this book. And in this book, I explain sanskaras. Okay, so I'll talk about it. There are so many topics, so I'll cover and give time for introduction by everyone. So let go of the past. What is past? We are conditioned and we are programmed. We are programmed by the religion. We are programmed from childhood, from our parents. We are programmed by school, and we are programmed by our personal experiences. Even in the same family, two siblings or even twins could have different experiences, though they have same experiences from parents and religion because they go to school. They have different interaction. Plus, we are influenced by our previous lives because to understand the total principle of quantum physics, of Vedanta philosophy or real science, you cannot ignore totality of life. We cannot just come out of nowhere and disappear into nothing. There is nothing in the universe that happens like that. Okay, so there's nothing. So we have to understand there is something before, something after, and that gives different topic. Also on the sideline, and to go before I go into this, sideline is on the Facebook. Okay? The three things I am explaining as a fundamental. First is conditioning of the past. Other thing is illusion of the future. And most people have illusion. You know, when I retire, I will meditate. When my job changes, I will do better. When summer comes, I will be happier. You know, this external thing, illusion. When I win the lottery, I have lots of money, I will be happy. These are all illusion. I have explained all the illusion, more explained later on. And third thing is, suppose you let go of the past, let go of the future, then you are in the present, right? And present you are experiencing. Isn't that right? Like we are in the present. Does everyone experience? Even if they let go of past and future, what is guarantee you would enjoy peace in the present? What prevents it? Tell me, what prevents you from enjoying in the present? So I'm to get involved to think, not take what I'm telling you, because then it will go straight and you won't have time to think. So I use more like challenging approach. Yes.
Distractions.
Distraction. So what does distraction mean? In the present there are distractions.
My mind is
Yeah,
just
right.
constantly Maya.
Right. So Maya. How does distraction come? So I'm writing on the topics, so it goes out of religion and dogma to you think. And when you think, you will really grow. This is when you become dynamic. How does distraction come?
You usually describe it as escapes.
Yes,
Right.
it's escape. But how does distraction take place?
You know,
So
getting
in the old
involved in
books, yes,
things.
we are consciousness, mind, and senses. So distractions comes from five senses. Five senses of them. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, and sixth organ is mind. All six together produces distraction. Okay? And this distraction, then suppose you have distraction. But what is the cause of it? Because almost everyone tries to escape. Escape what? Escape. What do we try to escape? Which is the
Bad feelings.
huh?
Bad feelings.
Bad
not
feelings,
the good feelings
yes.
or whatever.
We try to escape getting to know ourselves. You know, just think. We try to escape knowing ourselves. We try to escape being alone with ourselves. People get frightened, you know. I keep doing nothing. Let me call someone. Let me do window shopping. Let me do something. We find distraction because we are afraid to be alone. And so these are the things that happen. Conditioning of the past control us. And that is sanskara, that could be workshop for days and days. I think I'm talking about workshop. Karen Basna, she was in the class last Monday. She's doing workshop in retreat. She does a holistic retreat, and she invited me one time. She comes to class with her students. But when I went there in Cape May Point, everyone, to all the books, all gone. It's just, they were so much interested. I only hour and a half, but they were all thrilled, and they arranged a workshop also. So just she's doing, if you know, I think, you know, so she put on the Facebook. I'm talking about Facebook. Facebook is also used as an escape. Okay? was going to come, she never came, but she should have been by here. But this is what happened. Anyone is following Facebook? I decided to use Facebook. Every day I put a little bit, and also on Twitter I put a little bit. Twitter you are allowed only to think something. So I have one thought, and I don't have to look for thought. I get 50 different thoughts. I'm teaching right now. I get so many thoughts. I can write something more creative, So I write. So I'm just explaining what escape means. Try to run away from yourself. Escape is, people use Facebook as an escape. How? I wrote one sentence like karma is like debt. You can pay off your debt in big installment and become free from it. Or you can pay minimum payment and drag it on. So you go through difficulties in life, it is like paying off karma. That means you should be good that is getting over. If you have wrong awareness, then it will be wrong way. Then somebody wrote, I don't understand. And then somebody wrote, oh, I never thought about it. And then somebody explains. So what happened is, I wrote one thing, so the discussion goes on. And there were 24 comments. 24 comments. So somebody who is in Texas, she's a yoga teacher, she invited me in Texas. And so she wrote on her, and she wrote something that other lady did not agree. So she's pushing that, and it just came that other lady was so frustrated because she's devout Christian and says sanskaras can be removed by love. Okay. And other lady did not understand. So I stopped writing. Then next I will explain, I wrote the quote that if you try to convince other to impose your point, that means there is spiritual immaturity. When you experience and feel, then you have love and compassion for others. So the lady, when she look at teacher, she would see on Facebook or on my video, it doesn't matter. But she said, is it for me, Yogi Shanti? I appreciate subtle insult. So she's talking about ego and telling other lady about ego, and this is subtle ego, she feels insulted. Yeah. So I wrote today about ego. Did she call?
Yeah, she's a little late, but I told her to come anyway.
Yes, she knows how to get here.
Yeah, she got GPS.
Okay, great, I'm glad. So, because she's on the Facebook, she can explain more.